Good Thursday morning, everyone. My name is Josiah Pike, and these are your Fastcast digital headlines for November 6th. Now, in this morning's top headline, a major drug bust in Ketchikan. Investors with the CCAD task force say they seized more than 4 pounds of meth worth over $300,000 and arrested a 33-year-old man from Louisiana. Now, authorities say Adidas Nike Zion Brown picked up a suspicious package that had been flagged by investigators. Now, agents found the drugs and a firearm at his home, and Brown is now in the Ketchikan Correctional Center facing multiple felony drug and weapon charges. And Anchorage police have released new numbers on how they've been enforcing the city's camping ban. Now, since enforcement began in September, APD reports 18 arrests, 284 people who've complied and moved on, and 20 who've accepted services like housing or treatment. Now, police say progress is slow but steady, and though some downtown business owners say they're still waiting to see real change.
We're actually taking some of their feedback and trying to implement ways that we can adjust our operations process to meet some of those challenges that they have.
And finally, in Fairbanks, one local pizzeria is stepping up to help those impacted by the federal shutdown and SNAP loss. The Hungry Robot is running its Pie It Forward program, letting customers buy a pizza for federal workers on furlough or residents struggling to afford food. Now, the restaurant is matching donations with more than 500 pizzas available. The owner admits sales have dropped since the shutdown, but says helping others is worth the risk.
I looked at our sales from when it began and our sales right now, and we're down about 25 to 30%. So that shows me that a large portion of our customer base is military, is federal employees, and so it's a chance to give back, but it also made me realize how much we depend on them as well.
Now, he says if his business closes because of giving back, he'll still be proud knowing he did his part to help others. And while uncertainty remains, one thing is perfectly clear. When fellow Alaskans are in need, there seems to be no shortage of those that are willing to step up and lend a hand. Now, updates on these stories and more can be found, as always, on our website, alaskasnewssource.com. Thanks for tuning in today, and have a good Wednesday.